Actually curling in.
Let's head to Vernon High School for this North 1 Group 4 quarterfinal clash, and Randolph off the corner kick almost scores here, but Mallory Costello of Vernon clears the goal mouth for the Vikings. Randolph looks to score here with this tricky high shot, but Vernon keeper Sarah Benfatti calmly makes the save for the Vikings, and we are still scoreless. Vernon looks to score here. Watch Kim Castro send in this shot, but freshman keeper Melanie Durbin makes the stop for the Rams. Vernon is on the move here as Mallory Costello sends in the cross, but no one is home for the Vikings, and the ball goes wide, and we go to halftime tied at 0. All right, second half we go, and Vernon gets a corner, but Melanie Durbin comes out and makes the save on Kim Castro's kick, and we still have no score in this defensive battle. All right, time is running out in regulation. Vernon has a run left in him. Watch Mallory Costello. She breaks in, but Durbin makes the save for Randolph. But on the rebound, Vernon goes high over the crossbar, and we go to overtime scoreless. What a chance there for the second-seeded Vikes. Okay, after 2 scoreless overtimes, we go to penalty kicks, and Jessica Clements of Randolph gives the Rams a 1-0 lead here in the shootout, where she goes far post. And Mallory Costello steps up for the Vikes and converts here for Vernon, and we are tied at 1. Randolph then goes up 3-1 here as freshman Samantha Brenner comes through here as the 7-seeded Rams are in control. But Ashley Berge keeps Vernon's dream season alive here with this PK, and the Vikes trail 4-3. But Amanda DeCenzo seals the deal for Randolph with this PK, and the Rams top the second-seeded Vikes 5-3 in the shootout for a 1-0 win as Vernon ends its dream season with a 22-1 record.
Honestly, this season the girls have worked their butts off in practice and every single game, and just because this game was a loss doesn't mean that the season was a loss in general. They worked their butts off every single day, and they deserve to have a record that they have.
We brought it. We knew that they were going to be a good team, and we played our best. We just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net, and that happens sometimes. But that doesn't mean that this season was a loss, because 22-0 coming into this game, it's a pretty good record, and we're not sad at all. We have our heads up.
It started off, we were all excited. We all dyed our hair blue for this, It's not even washable out, so it sucks to lose in PKs, especially because I couldn't even be on the field for the last whatever. The whole season I kind of been fighting with my hamstring, and today it just finally gave up.
No one likes to lose, but and especially in the shootout or in golden goal or anything like that. But coming through this whole thing and having the year that they had, coaches and all the coaches and I were saying to the girls, you should just be very proud of what you accomplished, the things that you've done. You won the league, you won 22 straight games, and won the Hunter and Warren Sussex Championship. So that's never been done before either, even though it's a relatively new thing. And they've accomplished so much. They changed the way people look at Vernon soccer, and we're on the road. I know I'm losing 14 of them, but that we're on the road to being the team that we want to be, or the direction we want to go in, the winning direction. So.
Vernon had beaten Randolph 2-0 earlier in the season, so the Vikings knew how tough the Rams were.
We were prepared for it. We knew we barely won the first time we played them. We were ready.
I said before this, we had 2 lucky goals, but it's because we wanted it more, and I think we still wanted it more. It had to come down to PKs.
They're a good team. I think they had problems scoring in the beginning of the year, and that was probably the 3rd game or 4th game. That's scoring usually comes after the defense develops first, and then scoring comes later. And they didn't score on us, in regular time, and they had to go to overtime shootout. They move the ball well. They pass each other, they triangle down the field. They do all the nice things. And we controlled that. They controlled us. We controlled them. We both played good defense, a lot of midfield play. We just didn't finish well.
This group of Vernon seniors leaves a great legacy, including a Hunter and Warren Sussex Championship and an American Division title.
I write notes before every single game, and I said at the end of this one today that they made history, and they've definitely made history, and no one's going to forget this season.
We are so proud of our teammates. I could not ask to be a part of a better team than the one I was a part of. We were a family. That's how we should put it. The reason why we're so upset today is because we're just upset that we're not going to be able to see each other anymore and be a part of this team. And, of course, it was a great season, but we weren't ready for it to be over. But, things happen, and that's okay.
Going out senior year with a bang, it's really something special. We all can't wait for the banner. We wish we could have gone farther, but everything happens, I guess.
I told them there's going to be a banner that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, their kids can see. They were just, they had more heart and then more heart than any team I've ever coached. I mean, boys, girls, whatever. I mean, it's 30 years now, and they wanted to win. It was in their heart. They had the biggest hearts. They worked that whole game. They worked that whole 100 minutes to win that game because that's the way they've been the whole season. No matter who they played with heart, and they did it all the time.
One of those seniors is Chelsea Marinaro. She hurt her knee earlier in the year, but she was there all season to lend support.
In the beginning, it was really, really hard, but 3 days after my surgery, I made sure I was here for these girls because I know they would have done the same thing for me, and that just being here with them was more than I could have ever asked for.
Coach Dave Halpley was pleased with this team's effort, 22-1, a terrific season, and he said the cupboard's not bare for next season.
Kate Nelson was the fourth player on the varsity squad, and she's a junior. We have a nice squad. The JV had a great year. Coach Carlson did an outstanding job with them. They had 1 loss and 1 tie. I think they had 14 wins, and a nice group coming up. And so to add to what we had, I was surprised. I lost 12 seniors last year, and I was surprised losing 12 that right out of the chute we played. So I can only hope that's going to happen again. I think it will. They're just a nice group to work with.
Well, that was so well done.